ReZero, starting life in another world. The prophecy of the throne! Yes!
Anyways, we're back. Last time our tea got cold, so let's see what happens after that.
This one?
Ah, Subaru. That took quite a while. The tea is already gone cold.
Oh, sorry. To tell the truth...
I apologize, Miss Amelia. A large bug entered the kitchen, and I had Subaru dispose of it for me.
Girl, you're such a liar, what?
Oh, really? You could have called me. I would have helped you resolve the issue rather quickly.
Are you comfortable around bugs, Miss Amelia?
I did used to live in the forest, after all. There weren't that many bugs there because of the cold weather. But I did see some from time to time.
I see. Mel can't handle bugs.
Hey, Tiga! We don't need to reveal everything about ourselves.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. We all have a bug we ate, right? Like, I don't know, mosquitoes.
It's okay. The next time a bug shows up, I'll gladly dispose of it for you. Miss Amelia, you're so kind. I really enjoy your company. But not yours, Tiga.
What the heck?
Oh there, Mel. I didn't mean anything by it. Could you find it in your heart to forgive me?
She's always gonna be a forgiving person, right?
Are you okay, Subaru? You look pale.
Yeah. I'm fine. Sorry to make you worry. I'm in peak condition.
It's because he feels bad, right? That he has to spy on his friend Kusei.
That's good, but...
It's okay. I'm fine.
I really shouldn't worry those two like these. Tell me why. Okay. I really shouldn't worry those two like this. But I have to do this. It's something Emilia would never be able to do. It's my duty to stay in the royal capital and see this through. Rose, you a real... You sneaky person. After everything that happened, the night passes on.
Hey, Mealy. What are your plans for the day?
Let's see. I have an appointment with Anastasia toward the end of fire time. But until then...
Pardon the sudden intrusion. Is Miss Amelia present?
It sounded like a little puppy or something.
Yes, that's me.
Good morning. Do you have a moment?
The soldier showing up reminds me of last time. If my hunch is right...
Are you calling her to the castle?
Yes. If you could accompany me to the royal castle, the Council of Wise Men is awaiting you.
The Council of Wise Men. I don't mind, but what is it for?
Miss Amelia, in accordance with yesterday's meeting, they have summoned you for questioning.
What the heck? For what?
They want to interrogate her? This is rather sudden. You should have contacted us well in advance.
I apologize. However, I am but a humble soldier serving the kingdom.
That's right. Get mad at the leader, not the messenger, right?
There's no need to scold him. He's just doing as he's told. But... don't worry, I'll be fine. I will comply. But I do have prior engagements, so I'd like to return before it gets too dark.
I will let the Council of Wise Men know. I take it you are prepared to pay them a visit?
Yes.
Then I'm coming too.
Not so fast. You have your appointment with Ferris. You need to remember your obligations.
Why did you mess with your gate so bad, dude?
What? No way! This is way more urgent!
You always try to wriggle your way out of this. I won't allow it.
Oh, come on. Rem, say something, will ya?
Rem agrees with Miss Amelia. Your treatment is of higher priority.
See, dude, you just dug your own hole.
Rem will accompany Miss Amelia.
I thought you were on my side, Rem!
I feel torn, but there's no other choice. At this rate, Subaru will literally be torn apart.
What?
Has my situation always been so dire?
She's right. You need to remember the frail state your body is in and listen to what Ferris tells you. I apologize for the wait. Can you please guide me to the royal castle now?
Yes, right this way.
Subaru, please be careful. The royal capital is quite a big place after all.
Rem, Mealy might get treated badly at the castle. So can you?
She's gonna do it, dude. She's kinda like the guard there, no?
I understand. Please leave this matter to Rem.
With that, Emilia and Rem leave me behind and depart for the castle.
Now that I think about it, it's pretty strange. The day she's supposed to be questioned is off from last time. Did this happen because she stayed in the capital? It's no use. Thinking about it doesn't do me any good. I just know they won't be fair to her this time either. I guess I'll do what I can in the meantime. For now, that means I should probably go see Ferris. That was one rough ride, but I made it.
That must mean he's getting better, right? Because he's not getting as affected as before?
I always get nervous when I try to call for them because there's no intercom. Huh? Who's that?
Oh, what have we here? Now this is unexpected.
Who is that?
Huh? Have we met somewhere before?
No, but I do know of you. You're Miss Amelia's attendant.
Yeah, I'm Subaru Natsuki. But I don't consider myself her attendant. More like her knight.
But how does he know?
I see. Thank you for the humble introduction. I shall follow suit. I am Russell Fellow. I represent the Royal Capital's Merchant Guild. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you. But if you represent the Merchant Guild, does that mean you're a big-shot merchant or something?
Pardon me. I do represent them, but it just basically means I'm a handyman for odd jobs. My days typically have me running about the Royal Capital doing various odd jobs for them. However, this is rather fortunate.
What is?
Why?
Meeting you here, Mr. Natsuki. It's quite a good fortune for me. I do hope next time Miss Amelia will be with you as well.
Yeah, sure. Mealy and I share the same fate after all.
Yes, it would be even more fortunate should the opportunity arise. But that's all the time I have for today.
Oh, okay. I hope you'll support Mealy in her campaign. Wait, I'm supposed to keep her from standing out!
What an interesting young man.
He means strange, but I mean, what?
Man, I really screwed up. That guy had a weird aura about him. Merchants in the Royal Capital are pretty intimidating.
And done.
Am I fully healed now?
Nope, not even close. We'll be doing the same thing tomorrow, too.
What? But he's not screaming as much anymore.
I see you've really been put through the ringer. It's unusual for someone to make such a face after Ferris's healing.
Miss Cruchet, I'm sorry for such an unseemly sight.
So rude! And I can't even deny it!
How is Subaru Natsuki's body?
You know, it's harder than I thought. He really feels like a man.
I don't think that's what she was asking!
Oh man.
That's just Ferris's sense of humor. I'm surprised to see you alone today.
Yeah, some soldier from the castle stole Mealy and Rem away from me today.
From the castle? Do you mean they were called to the royal castle?
Yep.
Since the fake candidate is still roaming about, they apparently had some leftover questions for her.
I see. Knowing that, I may be called in as well.
Nah, I'm sure you'll be fine. I mean, you're...
Obviously not the imposter. Of course, Miss Cruchet is the real deal, so I understand what you're saying, Subaru.
Ferris, he didn't even finish. What the heck?
I don't enjoy being given such special treatment. If the other candidates are being investigated, then I should as well.
See, that's what makes her not the fake, right? I think she's not.
You're so serious all the time, Cruchet.
When I see her bold determination, it's hard imagining her being the imposter. However,
One of the three, huh?
thinking about it logically, the fake should be either Cruchet, Priscilla, or Anastasia. But I just can't bring myself to think that Cruchet would fake her way into the royal selection.
You have quite the troubled look, Subaru Natsuki. I'm willing to listen to whatever is on your mind if you'd like.
Even if I don't want to think about it, I can't not think about it. Like why the royal selection was postponed.
If you aren't guilty of anything, you should hold your head up high. At the very least, I can assure you that I do not suspect Amelia.
That's pretty comforting to know. To be honest, I think you're a reliable person. But...
Don't say it, Subaru. You're gonna dig a hole that you're not gonna be able to get out of.
never mind. But now that it's on my mind, why do you want to be the next ruler, Cruchet?
This is rather sudden. Though I suppose it's natural to wonder.
Miss Cruchet.
I aim to rule this nation simply because I am qualified to do so, and my background is that of a noble.
I was thinking that.
Royal blood runs in my veins, though it's only a small amount. There is no reason for me not to participate. However, above all else...
Yeah?
No, it's nothing. I aim to become this nation's next ruler out of obligation. Is my answer sufficient enough for you?
Subaru is not ready for that information, probably.
Yeah, I appreciate it. So, it's out of obligation, huh?
In other words, it's noblesse oblige. Her responsibility as a privileged person to carry out her duty. Did I even say that word right? Noblesse oblige? Whatever. Let's keep going, guys. If I'm being honest, I would have laughed in the face of anyone who said that if they weren't Cruchet. Got me fucked up. Why am I having such a hard time reading, bro? If I'm being honest, I would have laughed in the face of anyone who said that if they weren't Cruchet. But Cruchet's steadfast eyes tell me she's being sincere.
You intend on remaining in the royal capital with Amelia for a while longer, yes? We should have dinner together again.
Okay then, I'll let her know. We'll be looking forward to it.
But if Mew say things like that, won't Rem get jealous, Meow?
She will, but he's into Millie, not Rem. Which is sad, but whatever.
Don't get me wrong, Rem's cooking is better. I'm just looking forward to eating together.
She might still get jealous, Meow.
Do you really not want to eat with me that much?
That's not what Fairy is saying, Meow.
Ferris, you shouldn't tease him so much. It would be problematic if he thought I was inviting him as a joke.
Yes, Miss Cruchet.
Jeez.
I scratch my head awkwardly as I watch their friendly banter. After I leave Crochet's place, I confirm that Emilia is still at the castle. In the meantime, I decide to pay a visit to the church.
So you're saying Miss Crochet is no longer a suspect?
That's what I think. That's more or less just a feeling I get about her, though.
Oh, no. I was the one who asked you to look into her. That's very interesting. This will be a good reference.
Reference for what? Sakura forms a slight smile. I make a sullen face at the sight. However, I wasn't really keen on spying on her in the first place, not to mention that I didn't gather much useful info. I don't feel good at all receiving that kind of compliment.
Considering my guilty conscience, it wouldn't have felt right even if it did work out.
Please don't get so gloomy about it. It's not as if you didn't have any results to show for it.
No, but it's not like I got anything substantial out of it either.
Oh, but you did. There's your evaluation of Miss Crochet, and that man you ran into in front of her manor.
In front of... Oh, Russell? He said he represented the Merchant Guild.
Exactly. Having someone like him visit Miss Crochet, doesn't that smell awfully fishy?
But he's just a merchant. What if he was just going in to sell furniture or something, right?
You say that, but I assume he was just visiting his patrons like a good merchant, right?
Well, that is a possibility. But it seems like Miss Crochet has you right under her thumb, Subaru. Are you planning on switching your allegiance?
What the heck?
What? Of course not! Mealy's the only one for me. I'd never turn my back on her. Don't even say things like that!
Yes, yes. In that case, you need to be more skeptical of those around you.
Well, she's right about that, you know, to protect Millie.
Didn't I tell you before? There are 3 possible imposters, and Miss Crochet is one of them.
I know, but still...
I understand I need to be more wary, but that doesn't mean I should distrust everything and everyone. Like Sakura said, there are 3 questionable camps, meaning 2 of them are being falsely accused.
Subaru! I'm glad you've returned to visit again.
How typical of my best friend. Coming over for a playdate several days in a row now.
We barely met a couple days ago. Who does this guy think he is, getting all buddy-buddy with me?
But you guys are buddy-buddy, no?
You started it!
Were you and Sakura talking about something important?
Oh no, it's nothing too crucial. Subaru was just consulting me about something on his mind. He was saying he couldn't choose between how cute Emilia and Melty are.
What? He did?
He did not. What? You sneaky person.
Whoa, hang on now. I can't just ignore this, Subaru. Comparing Emilia and my Mel like that?
Oh my goodness. Here it comes.
I'm not! I mean, yeah, Melty's cute and all, but Mealy's the only one for me! How many times have I had to repeat myself today? And she's not even around to hear it!
Subaru, how unfortunate.
Please don't get discouraged, Subaru. I'm rooting for you. And don't take advantage of his confusion to say weird things like that, Tiga. Gosh.
Oh dear, I've done it now. Subaru, do you need me to comfort you?
No need. It looks like we really are good friends after all.
See, I don't get it either, but like, what? Tiga's pretty straightforward with his emotions, but Melty hasn't noticed at all. He may have the looks, but I feel bad for him in that regard.
Anyway, I should get going soon.
But you're going through the same thing, Subaru. What?
Huh? Already? But you just barely got here.
I'd love to stick around for tea if I could, but Mealy will be getting back soon. Oh, right. I almost forgot to pass along this gift. Rem baked some sweets for you to enjoy with some tea.
Aw, Rem is so nice.
Baked sweets. Wow, they look so delicious. These make me really happy.
Why don't you try some right now? I'll let Rem know how much you like them.
This is so adorable.
Just a bite, right? Yes. About that.
What? 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 Melty's eyes start darting around. Did I say something strange?
Sorry, Melty. I didn't mean anything weird by it.
No, it's nothing like that. It's just,
I'll give it a try.
Oh, there were. It might be poison. What?
It's crispy on the outside with just the right amount of sweetness inside. The inside is pretty fluffy too. I can imagine the cute face of the girl who made this.
It's because you say things like that Melty doesn't believe your feelings for her.
What? Burn.
You asked for an opinion, so I gave you one. Thanks for being a good sport about it.
Jeez. All right. I'll let Rem know. I'll see you around, Melty.
oh, yes. Please watch your steps, Subaru.
Tiga's so friendly now.
Mel?
Thank you, Tiga. And I'm sorry.
It's nothing to apologize for, Mel.
Something seemed off about Melty before I left. Does she not like sweets?
It must have been pretty rude of me to ask her to try some in that case. But still.
The sweets Rem makes are so good that even people who don't like sweets would like them. So, how'd the questioning go?
It wasn't very fun, I suppose. Unlike last time, Melty nor Crochet were there. Oh, but it turned out fine. You have nothing to worry about, Subaru.
That's what Mealy says, but what really went down, Rem?
Wow. Way to ignore Millie, dude.
They invited Miss Amelia under the guise of questioning, but they were far more rude in their interrogation. Miss Amelia likely found it to be a very unpleasant experience.
Oh my goodness. Those people are horrible.
Rem!
Come on, don't get mad at her. I expected as much anyway.
Really?
Yeah, dude. They always treat you mean.
Written all over your face, Mealy. I could tell with how gloomy you looked.
I'm sorry.
Amelia's apologizing, but if it went down like last time, then I already know what they talked about. They were actually probing her to see if she's the imposter. Probing or probbing? What's the difference? I don't know. Anyways, almost like an inquisition. I think the royal castle is just trying to make a scapegoat out of Amelia, who's a half-elf, instead of trying to get the fake to reveal themselves. At the very least, that seems to be their priority. That means we shouldn't expect an impartial or transparent deliberation with them.
I guess even with her having stayed behind, that struggle hasn't changed.
Regardless, the intel we got yesterday shows that most of the other candidates don't suspect her as the fake. We all believe the same, so the castle wanting to question her and pressure her to withdraw from this election like that is just unfair.
It's kind of scary to think a country could operate under such rationale.
It'd be like that, dude.
Miss Amelia, it's nearly time for your appointment.
Oh, yes, that's right. Subaru, we're going to visit Anastasia now.
Oh,
Right. Ferris already gave me my treatment for the day, so I'm definitely not missing out on this.
I knew you would say that. Just remember, we're not going there to play around. If you understand that much, then we'll be happy to have you along.
but Millie, friends play around.
All right. It was so worth it having to endure all that pain.
If Crochet isn't the fake, then it has to be one of the remaining two, Anastasia included. I have to be there to protect Millie, and to weed out the fake and expose the truth.
I've also got to keep that smug Knight Julius's paws off of Mealy.
I don't remember Julius very well.
Hmm? Subaru? Aren't you coming?
Oh, yeah! I'll be right there!
Okay, guys, we're gonna leave it off right here. Hopefully, well, the meeting goes well, right? They become friends with Anastasia, and she's not the imposter because I think she's the second one that I think is better than Priscilla, right? Not because of the Appas, just because, right? Anyways, if you guys liked this episode with all its imperfections and everything, right? Please subscribe. Please leave a like. Comment if you think Anastasia's meeting will go well. And share if you'd like, please. Also, please don't forget to subscribe. Bye!